Nicole here with Job Hunt Solutions, and today is Thursday, which means it's viewer question and answer day. Today's question is about the questions you should be asking in an interview. So before I get into the questions you should ask, I'm going to touch upon the questions you shouldn't ask. So the questions to avoid are salary, benefits, and vacation. The reason why you want to avoid these questions is because they can come across as making you sound maybe greedy or needy or any of those other sort of maybe negative things. The assumption that the employer might make when you're asking such questions, rightly or wrongly, is that if you're asking about salary, that you don't really care much about the job and more about the money you can make. As far as benefits, it may come across the same way. And in terms of vacation, they might be thinking that you're going to take the first opportunity you can to go on a vacation or maybe keep looking for another job. The questions you should be focusing on, though, there's kind of three categories of question. One is the organization, the other is the team or the department, and thirdly would be about the role itself. So to begin, starting with the questions on the organization itself, this is where all of your research would really come in handy. So for example, if a recent news article suggested that there was an upcoming merger or they just went through a merger, this type of news would impact virtually every single department within the organization. So you can ask about how the department is about to handle such a merger or how the overall company strategy might change as a result of it. Another great area within the organization that you can ask about is their community involvement. Most organizations are going to list on their website any community involvement that they have. This is one of these opportunities that an organization has to really talk proudly about themselves. So likely they're going to have a whole lot of information on their website about their community involvement. So you can ask about whatever charitable organizations they're aligned with or anything that may not be mentioned as much within that particular area of their website. The next group of questions would be about the department or the team itself. So if you're not interviewing with the actual manager or supervisor for this team, you can always ask about the manager for this group and ask the interviewer if they could tell you a little bit more about that person. Another great question to ask is about the size of team. So you can figure out if this is a really small team or a very large team, and if that really fits within your personal preference for size of team. And speaking of teams that you're working with, you can also ask about any other departments or other teams that this group would have to collaborate with on different projects or different initiatives. And the last group of questions would be about the role itself. So you could ask if this is a newly developed role or if this is a replacement opportunity. If it's a replacement role, then you can ask about the person who's left the position and ask why they may have left. This could give you a good indication if there was maybe an internal promotion or if there's internal mobility within the organization. Another great question about the role is to ask how success is measured in this role. Although the job description should highlight the duties for the role, asking this question may really elevate what are the real expectations and where is the organization expecting the most amount of expertise. And finally, another great question that you can ask at the end of your interview is what would be expected of a person in this role in the first 30, 60, and 90 days. Not only will this question give you a great deal of insight, but it will also show that you are thinking more long-term and really looking at this seriously. Thank you so much for these great questions, guys. Really keep them coming. If you have any questions of your own, any video ideas, or would like to collaborate with me, please feel free to touch base with me. I can be reached on email, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever works for you. If you like this video, please press like and subscribe to my channel. And for personalized advice, of course, come on over to my website and I'd be happy to help. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, happy hunting!